pounding.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm talking about. Right there, baby. Woo! Let's go.
This is a boat, son.
Let's go.
Welcome everyone to the post-tournament recap show from the Potomac River for the 2019 YETI FLW College Fishing National Championship. I'm Travis Moran, joined by two great guests today. Chris Jones, the face of the FLW. As a weighmaster, you've crowned a lot of champions. And then sitting next to you, Miles Berghoff, Navionics Pro, fishing your rookie year on tour. Guys, this event was held on the Potomac River, and this river dialed up a great event.
Absolutely. Travis, this is the 10th annual YETI College Fishing National Championship, and couldn't happen on a better fishery. The Potomac River is a tidal system, and you basically have 3 areas that's in play. Out of Mattawoman Creek, that's Smallwood State Park. You can run north into Washington, D.C. You can hang out in the middle section. You see a lot of riprap, hard targets, laydowns, a lot of grass, milfoil patches. Or you can run south to Aquia. And that area down there, before the water really turns brackish, I think all 3 areas will be in play.
Absolutely, Chris, and with so much different water to fish, there's that much different techniques you can use. So, Miles, why don't you break down the TH Marine roadmap to victory?
All right, so before this event, I chose 3 factors that I think that were the biggest factors when it comes to success for the winning team. And the first one is tides. Knowing the tides, understanding how the tides affect certain areas is absolutely key on a fishery like the Potomac, which is a tidal fishery. Number 2 is teamwork. Working together, knowing your partner, knowing how to enhance his strengths and weaknesses, and how to work together in general and communicate. And then finally, it's combining different types of cover and structure. This river system, the Potomac, has a wide variety of cover and structure, including vegetation and hard cover and man-made structure, and I figured that every single one of those would play a role at this event.
Absolutely, Miles. And the National College Championship is a 3-day event. The full field of 148 teams fish day 1 and day 2, and then we cut to our top 10 to fish the 3rd and final day. So at the morning of the 2nd day, these anglers went out the full field, ready to see who was going to make that top 10.
I actually grew up on the Potomac River, so I mean, I would just describe it as a super vegetated tidal river. We've got tons of grass, find wood cover, rocks, like it just got everything you could want to fish really in one place, but it's just a tough place to fish.
Yeah, it is.
It's coming up. There you go.
Not a good one.
No.
I don't think you can flip him and get him to measure like the one yesterday.
No.
Good one, dude.
There you go.
Hey, you got one! It's probably 2.5, probably a little more. We'll call him 2.5, if anybody wants to take guesses.
I was just looking at the tide right there. It's just now starting to kind of start dropping off up here in this area. So, I mean, it's pretty windy. Got the wind blowing up in here. It's definitely pushed extra water in than what we've had the past couple days. Whenever the tide came in, and just kept pushing more and more water. So, yeah, we got a couple skinny ones in there. Not a big one, not a big one, not a big one. Keeper though. Nice boy, we got 3.
A lot of the anglers struggled catching fish the first day in the morning. And so going out day 2, a lot of the anglers trying to make adjustments, get in some early fish, and one of the teams did just that.
Yeah, you know, there was a lot of different tactics that play at this event, but the one that really stuck out, especially in the morning, especially for Bethel, was a chatterbait. That was a bite that they really capitalized on, and it worked very well for them.
We're throwing a 7.3 heavy hammer rod with Shimano Corrado on it, and where there's 15-pound cigar, with Strike King, the new Thunder Cricket, black and blue, ½ ounce, and putting a pit boss on the back of it. But we don't think it's the actual like jackhammer or the specific brand. We think it's the skirt because we peeled the skirt off a couple other ones. I feel like a lot of boys are gonna struggle today. There's one, big one. Oh my God, it's a freaking giant.
Leave him now.
There we started out up, and it's a big flat, but it's got one hard spot, and it comes up just a little bit, just enough to hold those fish there.
And I said, let's just go run the same pattern again. It was first and second spot. Ran to our second spot, pulled in there, caught another big one, and then that last one, of course. I can't keep up with him. I don't know. He's running straight at me. Yeah, that's a big one. We're done, dude. We gotta leave. We're done. Come off in the net. We're done. We gotta go.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know. We're leaving here. Nice one. Golly.
The YETI FLW College Fishing National Championship is brought to you by YETI, built for the wild. Ranger Boat, still building legends one at a time. Evinrude, learn more on evinrude.com. Polaris, the world leader in off-road vehicles. Costa Del Mar, see what's out there. And by TH Marine, from transom to trolling motor.
We were on our spot there in National Harbor, and we're like, man, the tide's too high. We're sitting on 3 fish at the time. We're not feeling good. So I set the hook on this this keeper now, and Tommy grabs the net, nets the fish. You know, I'm like, yeah, he's probably gonna keep. I'll measure him. Nice. He should keep, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. Put him in there.
It was just about the time that I put his fish in the live well. I slammed the thing, and then I noticed my line was a little taut.
Yeah, dude, there's like a hard spot out here that they're on. They're not under the bridge.
I picked it up, and I just felt the fish shaking, and he was all up under the boat.
Dude, I got one in here.
Oh my gosh, a big one.
Yes, let's go.
My line was just sitting in the water. Unreal.
Chris, we saw a lot of teamwork come from our college anglers over this event, none more than the guys from Adrian College.
Jarrett Martin and Nicholas Marsh have a total of 34 FLW events, so a lot of experience. They worked well together in the boat, and it paid off in a big way at the National Championship.
Got him? Good one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Boom! Number 5, baby.
Let's go, baby. Good stuff. Big fish, baby. Come on with it.
There's just this little back channel. It had a lot of bait in it in practice. I had one around 4 pounds right here. I'm kind of hoping that one or her sister eats today. I'd really like that. There he is. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, there he is. I wonder if that's the one I missed. I hope so.
Guys, a lot of our anglers had never been to the Potomac River, and you don't come here without acknowledging some kind of game plan for this tidal fishery.
The wind and the tide can be challenging to get right. We watched a couple teams on the second day struggle. West Virginia, they led the first day. SUNY ESF, they were in 4th place, but they couldn't figure out the wind and the tide on day 2 and struggled a little bit. And then you saw Adrian College. It worked to their advantage. They were fishing wind-blown docks, and it paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the tide in general affected everybody. But one of the things that really affected the field as well, especially on day 2, was the wind. It actually held that tide back, and they didn't get nearly as much current as they needed to get that bite fired up.
Oh, Cole. Got him? Yep, big one too. I can't get the net. Oh no, flip.
Jeez. Broke my rod, huh?
Net got stuck.
As day 2 came to an end, our full field of 148 anglers was trimmed down to the top 10. And 2 of those teams were from Auburn University, one of them being the team of Seth Murphy and William Phillips, jumping from 34th place all the way to 10th, being the big mover with a 15-pound, 10-ounce bag. More from the 2019 YETI FLW College Fishing National Championship when we return.
Leading the national championship going into the final day.
Feels pretty good. Hope to keep it going and catch them today.
Shoes up. Trip to the cups on the line, so everybody's thirsty for that out here. All 10 of these guys want that just as bad as anybody.
Day 3, second place. Day 3, second place, top 10.
It could be an interesting day. Yes, it could.
I mean, I really think we have the potential for
I think we're
18,
around. We're right there with them, man.
maybe
We just
more.
gotta catch 'em.
Yeah,
Our goal when we're coming down here is like, man, we just want to make the top 10.
we're excited. Ready to get after it.
Yes, we are. Day 3, baby. Stay tuned.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm ready to go fishing. Is it 7 yet?
Yeah, good luck, guys. Get after them. Let's do this, boys.
Let's go get them.
Day 3, get it. Where we want to be.
You try to make day 3, you grind and grind and grind to make this, and you make it, and it's time to do it.
Our top 10 schools advanced onto the final day of the YETI FLW College Fishing National Championship, and first thing in the morning, things got hot.
You're exactly right, Travis. Murray State held on to its lead most of the morning, but it was a different tide, and we saw some shifting in the leaderboard. Bethel got off to a quick start, caught a quick limit, and they were putting some pressure on Murray State. And then Montevallo's J.T. Russell also had a great morning. Adrian College, they were slow and steady too, but it was definitely a different tide.
Definitely a different tide, and that's really why you saw a lot of teams shuffle around that leaderboard, because the tide is, of course, shuffling up every single day and hour. So a lot of the teams that caught them in the morning in days 1 and 2 really kind of maybe struggled and had to adjust, and then you saw other teams really pick up the steam in the morning hours.
This is all fish.
They're pushing up.
It's insane how fast these fish adapt to the current coming in. I mean, it's immediately, as soon as that tide comes up, they follow them up.
We're only fishing about 2 foot of water to start with, but 6 inches makes a big difference on these fish. You can see it. Water pulls up into these cattails and lilies and stumps, and they follow it right up with the current or the water.
Miles, the team from Bethel University, McCormick and Pierce were relaxed. Those guys looked like they were having a good time, and good things kept seeming to come their way.
Yeah, they were cold as ice, and you know, it really showed in their performance because they caught a lot of fish, and the morning bite was really good for them throughout the event. A lot of teams tended to go through a lot of lulls in that during that period of time, but they were very, very consistent in catching better than average sized fish on that chatterbait. And that's one of the key factors to the Potomac right now, is catching those 3.5 and 4 and even 5 pound fish. And early that third morning, they hooked into a 5 pounder that made all the difference.
It's a bass, it's a giant.
Come on, Lord, stay on. Stay on, talk to me.
Oh God, dude.
Dude, that's a freaking toad! Biggest one all week, baby. Hey.
Yeah. I'm going to work on quick. Oh, another 16. That's what I'm talking about, quick.
Go, baby.
Oh, right in the back of the melon. Dude, he crushed that thing too. You crushed me too.
Oh, well.
Just trying to make sure you're awake. Trying to make sure you're awake. So one of the cool things is Jared and I have been able to fish for Adrian College for the last 4 years. You know, this is our final tournament here, our last college event, and we've really been able to kind of, you know, lay a solid foundation for the guys coming behind us. I'm excited to see the next generation from Adrian College and see if they can kind of follow in our footsteps. Our guys are thirsty. We got 30 guys on the team. Gets competitive real quick. It's a cool team. We're a family. I mean, we are. I mean, everybody. I can't thank the guys enough for all the thank you texts. I mean, all the guys here. Coach asked yesterday. He said, "Hey, if anybody makes the top 10, what out of you guys, who's going to leave?" They said, "We're all staying." Come on, girl. Come to daddy. Boom, baby. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking.
A lot of fun to get to fish at the college level and travel and fish all these new bodies of water. I don't think he ain't big, but it's a lot of fun. I might pull. Cole's that one.
Quarter pound.
You're watching the 2019 YETI FLW College Fishing National Championship. Stay tuned.
The YETI FLW College Fishing National Championship is brought to you by Lowrance. Find, navigate, dominate. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Real Tree Fishing, the official pattern of FLW. Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Triton Boats, the driving force of performance fishing. And by Nitro, performance fishing boats.
Guys, by the third day of this event, we were really starting to see where the quality fish were coming out of, and that was that midsection of the Potomac River.
Absolutely, Travis. The midsection of the river was definitely the most productive on the final day. Murray State was in there. Both Bethel teams were in there. Adrian College and J.P. Russell of Montevallo was in there as well.
Really, that's because it's really the most diverse ecosystem on the lake. It's really optimized for bass fishing, and there's some grass. Grass played a big role in this event, as well as hardcover and man-made structure like we saw with Adrian College.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Big. Yeah, get buddy. That. Boom! Let's go! Gosh, that jacks me up. Let's go, baby. That's what we needed. Let's go.
Man, we're just going fishing. You just got to make casts and cover as much water as you can. Just keep that line wet, because you never know when 4 or 5 pounders are going to eat.
I got one. Biggin', dude. Biggin'. Please be God. Freaking catch me another one, dude. God, I feel like I could puke.
I put up this duck blind net. I always caught a keyfish off of every day. Caught a big one first thing, so I was like, good, there's still some big fish in here, and then biggin', dude. Come on. Oh yeah, boom. Look at that, get you some. It just kind of started bam, bam, bam after that and kept upgrading all day long. Dude, oh my gosh, look at that. Get out of here.
It's a really neat setup though, because all week he's caught him flipping at the same time. I can catch him just throwing out here in the middle. It's really effective.
We went on a flurry. There was like a 30-minute stretch there. We almost culled out probably 4 fish, I would say.
There's a big one. There's a good one right there.
How bad you like? There's a good one.
Big one?
Yeah. Oh my. That's what we need.
It was just cool how everything happened. It was a perfect week. We didn't lose a fish all week.
That's a big one. That'll go. Boom, baby. That's what we want.
I'm excited. I'm ready to put them on the scale and see how it
shakes
lies.
out. I think it's going to be down to ounces.
Guys, it was a lot of fun this week, getting to meet new faces in the fishing world. But Adrian College, the 2 young men from there, kept coming up with big fish time after time when they needed it most.
That's a good one. That's a big one. That's a monster. That's a monster. This is a monster. This is it right here, baby. Get that bad boy! Boom! Boom! Let's go! Let's go, son! That's
what I'm talking about! Right there, baby! Woo! Booyah, baby, let's go! Give me some of that, son!
Baby,
Yeah!
let's go!
Come on with it!
That's what we're looking for right there.
Ding. They had a lot of ground to make up, and they did it with that big fish.
And you know what, Miles? That came at the exact right moment for them. It was really a 3-team race going into the scales, and all that was left was for them to go weigh them in with Kevin Hunt and crown a collegiate national champion.
This is the 10th annual of the YETI FLW College Fishing National Championship. You guys ready? Whoa! 17 pounds and 8 ounces, 16 pounds, 7 ounces, a new leader, 51 even. Blake Albertson, Adam Puckett from Murray State. Got to have 15 pounds and 5 ounces to take the lead. Today's weight, 15 pounds, 8 ounces. Your leader, Murray State University, 51 pounds, 3 ounces.
It's been a fun week. Everything has gone perfect for us. We haven't lost a fish all week, and it's just been one of those weeks.